a proof of witness. Power is the seal of authority. It is only by power that demonic entities can shift away from a territory. Even the very gates of territories don't open except as you come by power. Everything
you know how to become like God. Why don't you eat it and become like God? And the man naively obeyed Satan, disobeyed God, ate of that fruit. And when God showed up, he was already falling. God could no longer find him on his throne. And so he said, Adam, where art thou? I'm looking for you. You are a prince in my galaxy. How come your throne is empty? I can't find you. Remember, God is omniscient. He knows all things. So when God is saying, Adam, where are you? It's not because he doesn't know where he was. An omniscient being does not need to ask questions to know. When he was saying, Adam, where are you? He was asking because his throne was vacant. The guy was a dominion. He was a prince in the realm of God. But his throne had become empty. And God is wondering, why is the Senate gathered in heaven and your throne is empty? Guess who was occupying that throne? Satan. The Bible said the sons of God came to appear before God, and Satan also showed up. Satan that was cast away, because of Adam, he can now come and appear in the heaven. So God was looking for Adam. Where art thou? The man had fallen. In an attempt to become like what he already is, he rebelled against God and fell. And from that day, he became a servant of Satan. The same authority that he should wield over Satan, Satan now began to wield over him. Because whoever you yield yourself servant to obey, the servant of him you are whom you have obeyed. And guess what? Satan made a mess of him. Satan punished man with sickness. Satan punished man with suffering. Satan punished man with all forms of oppression. Because there is no good in him. All he had to offer was wickedness. And the man became a slave. Again, because of the love that God had for man, he couldn't watch man destroyed. Because right now, what gave Satan authority is a law in the spirit. The wages of sin is death. And so because the man chose to sin, death was his portion. Satan was his master. So when Satan was tormenting him, God is a just God. Although he is sovereign, he will not break his own law. So God could not just come and say, give me that power. Man, take it back. No, God won't do like that. That will be tyranny. That will no longer be sovereignty. So what did God do? In demonstrating his love for man, you have entered the realm of death through rebellion. The only thing you can do to come out of it is to pay the price. And the price is death. Because the soul that sinneth shall die. Because the wages of sin is death. But here is the twist. If the man dies, how can he now enter into liberty? He didn't have those capacities. So what did God do? He didn't just demonstrate his love by making man his dwelling place. He didn't just demonstrate his love by giving man his authority. What did God do? Now that man has fallen, God wants to restore the man. So God stepped down from his throne. God came out of heaven. God took off the garment of divinity. God entered the womb of a woman as a child. God remained in that womb for 9 months, depending on when the woman eats to eat. God stayed there until the time that God was to be born. And when God was born with animals, because the man no longer had honor or stature in the realm of the spirit. So God endured the shame, the pain, just to demonstrate his love for man. And after God was born in a manger, God was hungry, God was cold, God suffered. They even threatened to kill God. And because God reduced himself to be a man and to be like a man, they had to escape with God so that they don't kill God. God decided to make himself vulnerable so that he can pay the price for man. Until the time came, God allowed himself to be flogged naked. God allowed himself to be crucified. God allowed himself to be killed. So his spirit left his body. God was put in the grave. But on the 3rd day, when the price was completely paid, God rose up again. God rose up again. So what God was doing was not weakness. He surrendered his authority to save man. He surrendered his power to save man. And when God rose, God did not rise to use that power because he doesn't need it. So what God did was, now that the price has been paid, Satan, you no longer have the right to keep this power. The wages of sin is dead. It's death. Now man has died. Give me the power back. And when Satan saw that the whole equation was for God to collect the power, and Satan quickly summoned all the demons, the international demons, local demons, wicked demons, all of the demons that existed. If we allow this man come out of the grave, we are finished. Let's trap him here forever. So all the demons on earth, all the demons in the first heaven, all the demons in the second heaven, they invited all of them to fight and keep God in the grave. When they all gathered together and they thought they had gotten him, the Bible said, having spoiled principalities and powers, having spoiled. So he waited for them. Day one they gathered, day two they gathered, day three they gathered, and they sealed the grave. They sealed Hades. We have gotten him here. He can't collect this power. Although he has paid the price for sin. Although we don't have the right to keep the power of man anymore. But we won't let him go. If he doesn't live here, the power remains here. The Bible said, after they all gathered, he said, having spoiled principalities and powers, he made a public show of them. He triumphed over them by the cross. He triumphed over them by his death. He triumphed over them by his resurrection. And when he rose up, he appeared to the fearful disciple. Get the way he introduced himself. All hail the King. All hail the King. All hail the King. When I died, it was not weakness. No. When I died, I was dying for you. Because he said, this commandment I have received from my Father. No one can take my life from me. I have the right to lay down my life and to take it up again. So I wasn't killed. I only surrendered my life so that I can pay the price for you. Now that I have paid the price, I have received the same authority that you once had, that you lost to Satan because of sin. That authority you lost that made it possible for you to be sick. That authority you lost that made it possible for you to be demonized. That authority you lost that made it possible for you to be oppressed. I have collected it back and I don't need it in heaven. Because in heaven I am Lord. In heaven I am King eternal. In heaven I am God. That authority is for earth. So what did it say? Take my name as a symbol of that authority and go out and cast out devils. Go out and heal the sick. Go out and deliver the oppressed. Go out and raise the dead. Go out and deliver all those that Satan made a mess of. So right now, the legal authority that Satan had to oppress you, Jesus has collected. Think about God. Think about God. I was sick because I lost my authority. But now I've gained my authority back. I cannot be sick. So we don't beg God to be healed. No. We exercise our authority to be healed.
Power is a proof of witness. Power is the seal of authority. It is only by power that demonic entities can shift away from eternity. Even the very gates of eternity don't open except as you come by power. Everything